Hello students, in today's video lecture we are going to learn the new concept from the chapter Applications of Derivatives. This concept is very important, that is how to find maxima and minima of a curve using the concept of derivatives. We will use this concept of derivatives to calculate the maxima and minimum value, and these values are of two types. Either it is absolute, the other one is local. We will discuss both types of maxima and minima in this video lecture. In fact, we will also find the turning points of the graph of a function. That means all those points at which the graph reaches its maximum or minimum value, either locally or absolutely. So the knowledge of such points is very useful in sketching the graph of a given function. Further, it is also very helpful in calculating the maximum and minimum value of a function. Let us start with the definition of absolute maxima. Absolute maxima. What is absolute maxima? F is the name of function. F is said to have a maximum value or is said to have a absolute maxima in an interval I, if there exists, we can also write this symbol for there exists in mathematics, this symbol. If there exists a point, say it is C point which belongs to I, that means the point should be from the interval I such that f of C is greater than equal to f of x for all x belongs to I. This means for all x belongs to I means all the other points except from the point C. Leaving the point C and the remaining points are all x, means they are all variables, or we can say all those points are x. If the value of function at C is always greater than equal to the other values of the function from the same interval, then we can say that C is the point of maxima, or we can say C is the point of absolute maxima. Now move on to the definition of absolute minima. I can relate the definition of absolute minima from the with the absolute maxima. F is said to have a minimum value. Here it is minimum value in an interval I if there exists a point. We can say this point is D point. D belongs to I, such that f of D is always less than equal to f of x for all x belongs to I. Clear? F is said to have a minimum value in an interval I if there exists a point D belongs to I such that f of D is always less than equal to f of x for all x belongs to I. That means the value of function at that point is always less than the value of function at all the other points. Then we can say that this is a minimum value. This is very simple concept. Let us do one very important definition. Critical point of function. What is the definition of critical point of a function? Let us say a point P in the domain of a function f at which f dash p is equal to 0, or either the value of derivative at that point is 0 or f is not differentiable, is called is called a critical point of function, is called a critical. This definition will play very important role when we discuss the local maxima and local minima. There are two different types of tests to check the local maxima and local minima. The first test is first derivative test. First derivative test, and the other one is second derivative test. These two tests will be used to check the local maxima and local minima. And from these two tests, this test is more important and is widely used. This concept is more important. This test is also used, but in most of the cases we will prefer using this concept. In first derivative test, this test is used for local maxima and local minima. These two tests are for local maxima and local minima. In first derivative test, the first step is find the derivative of the function. First step is to find the derivative of function. Second step is put the value of derivative equal to 0 and find the critical points. Find all the points at which the derivative of function is 0. Third step, study the sign of f dash x for values of x slightly less than a and for values of x slightly greater than a. This means that study the sign of the derivative at those points, say at the critical points. Let us say the critical point is a, only a here. It may be more than one. So let us consider the point is just a here. Then study the sign of the derivative at point a equal to 0.8 or at a, this is less than a, we cannot say equal to a, at 0.8, or we can say at point greater than 1 means 1.1 or 1.2. Just study the sign of the value. Fourth point is if f dash x changes from positive to negative. If the sign changes from positive to negative, then f has local maximum value at x equal to a. If the sign changes from positive to negative, then we can say it is local maximum. And on contrary, if the sign changes from negative to positive, we can say that f has local minimum value at a. If f dash x changes from negative to positive, then f has local minimum value at x equal to a. Does not. The last thing is if f dash x does not change sign. If the sign doesn't change, then what will happen? Then we can say that point is a point of inflection. That point is a point of inflection. That means it is not, the point is neither local maximum nor local minimum. Clear? This is the way. In this way we can also check the same procedure for the other critical points. I have already told you earlier that it may be possible that the critical points are more than 1 or 2. Then you need to check the procedure, the same procedure for all the points. At what point it may be local maxima, or the other point it may be local minima, right? Let us discuss one example so that you can grasp the concept deeply. The question is f of x is x power 5 minus 5x power 4 plus 5x cube minus 1. In this question, you need to find local maxima, local minima, and points of inflection. This is my question. The first step is find the derivative of function. What is the derivative of f of x? It is 5x power 4 minus 20x cube plus 15x minus 0. You can take 5x common. It will be x cube minus 4x square plus 3. Here it will be 15x square. So you can take x square common. Here it is x square. Here it is x. This is constant, right? 5x square minus 3x minus x plus 3. 5x square x minus 3 x minus 1, right? These are the factors. The second step, this is my first step, right? This is my first step. First step is just find the derivative of function. The second step is find the critical points. The second step is find the critical points. That means take f dash x equal to 0. That means 5x square x minus 3 x minus 1 equal to 0. There are 4 terms in this expression and their product is 0. That means at least one of the term is 0, but it is clear that 5 is not 0. 5 is the value, it is not 0. This implies x square multiply x minus 3 x minus 1. From these 3 factors, one factor is 0. At least one factor is 0. It may be possible that more than one factor is 0, right? So there are different points. This factor is 0 when x is 0. This point is 0 when x is 3. And this point is 0 when x is 1. So there are 3 critical points, or you can say these are 3 points where we need to check the local maxima and local minimum. Let us start with x equal to 0 first. This is my second step. Now I need to proceed towards the third step, that is study the sign of the derivative, right? Let us check the sign of f dash x when x is less than 0 and when x is greater than 0. For x is less than 0, let us say the point is minus 1. If the point is minus 1, what is the sign of f dash x? Minus 1 square, it is positive. Minus 1 into minus 3. Minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4. Minus 1 into minus 1 is minus 2. So minus 4 into minus 2 is positive 8. Means sign is positive. This is greater than 0. Means positive. Now for x greater than 0, let us check the point for just slightly greater than 0. Let us say the point is 0.5. For 0.5 square is positive. 0.5 minus 3 is negative. 0.5 minus 1 is negative. Means negative into negative is positive. So overall it is positive. This means that sign doesn't change. Sign remains same. Sign doesn't alter. That means at x equal to 0, x equal to 0 is the point of inflection. Is the point of inflection. Clear? Now let us discuss at x equal to 3. When x is slightly less than 3, let us say the point is 2.5, right? 2.5 square is positive. Overall it is always positive because square of x is always positive. Either x is negative or positive. Overall when we square it, it will be positive. So we can leave this point as well, right? For x is less than 3, let us say at 2.5. 2.5 minus 3 is negative. 2.5 minus 1 is negative. 2.5 minus 1 is positive. Negative into positive is negative. So it is negative. when x is greater than 3, let us say the point is 3.5. 3.5 minus 3 is positive, 3.5 minus 1 is positive. So overall it is positive. The sign changes from negative to positive. When it is from negative to positive, we can say the point is local minimum, right? So at x equal to 3, this is the point of local minima. Point of local. You can also find the local minimum value after putting x equal to 3 in the given expression, in the given function. You can put x equal to 3 and you can see whatever the value comes, it is the minimum value, that is local minimum value. I leave the one point x equal to 1 point at x equal to 1, whether it is local maxima or local minima or it is the point of inflection. This is your homework. Just check the value and leave your answer in the comment section. Only this way you can build more confidence, right? I will be waiting for your answers in the comment section. So please try it and send me your answer. Okay, thank you.